Ahoy, mateys! I gotta send a text to Tina a minute. She lost my address because remember her phone, being destroyed. There, I put USA on there just so she doesn't get confused. All right, it was a fairly good afternoon. I haven't had a chance to see if there's. I did talk to one of the higher ups at Holly's burping. I did speak to uh, one of the higher ups at ShiftSmart. In fact, he's one of the first people that I ever spoke with from ShiftSmart about 4 months ago. And Patsy and I thought he was gone because he wasn't, you know, he didn't answer emails, he didn't answer his phone, And I told him today, I said, we thought you got sick and tired of the people programming the apps and just left. But now he's still around. He said they put him on different projects. So that's interesting. But he's, at least on weekends, he is in charge of the Pepsi Cola project that I'm part of as well. Michelle, welcome aboard. I just lost there, I found it. Lost the cap to my Pepsi. I'm doing Pepsi Zero. I kind of like it. It's almost like RC Cola. Almost. You were 8 feet from the crocodile. Oh my God. Michelle's at the grocery store. Are you getting groceries or just hanging out? Cookies here. Awesome sauce. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. I hope your health is improving, that you're in good health. Fantastic. Cookie. I have, what I see you next time, I'll tell you my little joke about that. I could tell you now. There's no kids around. I have this joke about, there. I knew something was wrong. My jewelry was down my back. About eat cookies. Me want little Debbie. Eat. Never mind. William, welcome aboard. So yeah, I worked for, after the live stream at noon, I got my nice duds on and went to work at Peps, or the Myers store in Cedar Springs. And that went pretty well, actually. I saw a friend of mine, Jerry, that's the guy that did the welding on the car dolly. Hello, Dolly. Also, I didn't see anybody else that I knew, but I spoke with Dan on the phone. The shift went good. I got out of there. Okay, it's supposed to be a 2-hour shift. I did it in 2 hours and 15 minutes, so that's not bad. Then I went to Greenville and then zoomed back here, and here we are. And I got a few things to do after. I have company coming. So I'm going to clean out the camper for one, just in case. They may bring their own bed. I wish they could stay inside here, but that's not going to work. And then I do have another video I want to do as well. So, but I will be on till 8 p.m. tonight, as usual. Well, maybe we'll see how it goes. If somebody guesses the channel, well, then we'll have to go at least until 8. I didn't bring it in. KT Spirit, welcome aboard, dear. I didn't bring in the thing, but I can get it when Holly comes on, just in case. Let's see, what else is coming up? Well, there's definitely going to be some videos made tomorrow. I can tell you that. Justin and Christina, welcome aboard. Hand pink waving. But the pirate icon shows up, the pirate flag, with the pink hand waving. There's something weird going on with StreamYard. Some people have, like this morning, Georgianne was saying something and it was all spelled out. You know, the title of the emojis, what it's called, like pink hand waving. Well, that's what it said, pink hand waving or whatever. William Brody says hello. She's waving. She's pink hand waving, right? The what? Oh, she says southpaw waving. You know, I don't stand a chance. When Tina's around and Holly, they're both southpaws. I have no chance at all. Let's see, we got hand pink waving. Okay, I got it. I do have to go on Shift Smart to see if there's anything coming up for Monday. The Coopersville job that I normally do on Monday, it's not posted. I don't know why. Maybe somebody else got it. There's nothing posted for Tuesday. So hopefully maybe Wednesday I can get something. Thursday I do have 2 shifts. I'm going to work 2 back-to-back shifts. One's in Coopersville and the other's in Allendale. What else have I got going? Well, I better write this down. I got to order some tickets online. Okay. And then what else? Seems like everything's going so fast. It's only got to be a week and a half and I will be heading north. So in the meantime, I got a bunch to do. I got to get the truck running, make sure it's running. And if not, well, then I got to transfer the camper over to the other truck. Got to get a spare tire. Both of them need spare tires. I do have a rim for the 2500, but I do have a rim. Come to think of it, I think I may have a spare already mounted for the other truck, but it's got to be mounted on the roof, and then the kayaks have got to be mounted. Yeah, so it's just a few chores I got to do. Seems to be coming up pretty fast. Why would you get your boots off to cook dinner? I thought when you started chopping onions, they're going everywhere. But I suppose if you don't mind stepping on chopped up onions barefooted, yeah, it's probably not a problem. All right, let's see. Settings. Virtual background. Oh, here we go. This one could give it away. The big guy. I think he means Kiso. The little guy. Because I don't think Kayla or Kaylee, yeah, his friend's Malamute or Husky or whatever. I remember it was a larger dog. It's not there anymore because I think that guy came back from his excursion. So Carl watched his dog for him. Um, Gosh, I got so many things on my mind I can't keep track of them. But you know what? That's a good thing. Keeps me out of trouble, or keeps me in trouble. I don't know which. It's a tow vehicle, not a kayak. Nobody can sell cars today. They all want me to do all the work and sell me a car. Isn't it your car? Hang on. Okay, it's next door. Cool. Husky. Mommy's home now. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Carl. All the vehicles on the property belong to me, but they're old. They might as well be considered. Well, let me think. If a vehicle that's 25 years old is considered a classic vehicle, I can put antique plates on the schoolie. So 94. The camper truck is a 95 Dodge Dakota 4x4. And then the one, my daily driver is that's La Fortuna. My daily driver is a Dodge Ram, 3/4 ton. It's called a 2500. So, okay, William, take your time, but hurry back. And, they're old, so they need maintenance or repairs all the time. It's just how it is. If I had a new vehicle, I wouldn't know what to do with it, nor, you know what, I wouldn't, even if I was given a new vehicle. There's sales tax, there's license and insurance. At least I could just get PLPD if the vehicle was paid for. That's a thing a lot of people forget. Oh, guess what? I'm going to go to the casino and they're giving away a new Chevy truck, worth $60,000. Oh my goodness. Well, they are not thinking about the idea that they're going to have to pay state sales tax. That's 6%. Thank God they haven't passed the luxury tax. However, in a manner of speaking, they've already done that when it comes to your license plates. I don't know if any other states do this. I think we've talked about this before. But Michigan, your license plate is based on the cost of the vehicle when it was new. In my case, and I can't remember the exact amounts, it's almost $200 to put the license plate on Serendipity 2.0, which if I am taking Serendipity 2.0, I am going to have to pay that just so she's legal beagle. I didn't renew them back in December. I can't remember what the schoolie cost me to renew. It's not a whole lot. For some reason, that's in a different classification. The Dodge Ram, that's based on what it cost when it was new in 1998. If they did this fair, would base the cost of your license plate renewal on what your vehicle's actually worth, I should be able to get my license plates for free. But anyways, the cost of the plate for the 4x4, 95, is more than the cost of the two-wheel drive, which is a 3-year newer vehicle. They're pretty close in the cost. But oddly enough, the older vehicle was worth more when it was new than what the newer vehicle was worth. when it was new. Anyways, it's a gotcha. And then that, it's not cheap. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. They should let the car do the work if it's so damn smart. Well, that's cool. That's cool. What is it, kind of like an adapter? So you could mooch dock at a sit-go station on your way across the country, right? One of those charging gas stations or electric stations. I don't think that's a very good idea. Does it rain at these places where you're seeing these cables laying on the ground? Well, as far as I know, those are at least 230 volts. I don't think, I think even Kyle would tell you, you don't want a 230 volt extension cord, so to speak, laying on the ground. Ahoy, Jill. Ahoy, Kyle. Jill, meet Kyle. Kyle, meet Jill. Um, Carl's trying to go to the kitchen. You sound as bad as Holly. Would you get me a beer? It's not even 2 steps from to the refrigerator. Yeah, she's spoiled. Yep, Jill's back from Mexico and Cookie's back from, I think, you were kind of out of the picture for a while, weren't you, Cookie? Nate Dog Adams is here. Welcome aboard. Well, Carl, it rains there every day because you're in hurricane season, right? From what I understood, I saw a map that you were getting a tropical depression or whatever they call it. So you were quite impressed by the depression. That's oxymoron. There's meth standards charging no. These are the standard charging stations. They might have the connector put back. Green equals lazy. Yes. But it's sustainable. It's renewable. It's produced by coal burning and nuclear powered electric plants that supply the electricity, that supply the capability so you can charge your vehicle and go green. An electric vehicle. No emissions. And the nuclear power plant doesn't have much emissions as far as CO, smoke in the sky. Now, however, the coal-fired plants and the oil-fired plants, yeah, they do. They do let off some emissions, but they've got so many filters and everything on. They're so regulated that it's no wonder that the cost of electricity has gone up because the government has got so many regulations on them. And we're the last, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Some people say, well, coal's not renewable. Technically, on a timeline, they're right. It's not renewable. On the other hand, we probably could continue to burn coal and oil. And I think hydroelectric's still an option. But anyways, until, let's say, solar and wind improves dramatically, don't you think we should continue to use the natural resources that we have for the next 200 years? That's my understanding. I think in 200 years, we'll probably have solar power and wind power down to a nitty bitty wow science. Yes, life does. Thank you, Carl. I was trying not to get too political. Okay, he's going to get scammed at the end of the month. Oh, scams. All right, cool, Cookie. Prayers. The range. I missed something. Are we talking about like Carl's working with here, and if he gets unlazy and goes to the range in his kitchen, which is 2 steps away? Or are we talking about home, home on the range? Yes, pollution. I want to go to Oregon 24. I'm going to try to make that a goal. I said try. You went to the shooting range. Awesome. Awesome. I love that. We have a range just up the street from us. It's a Sparta Hunting and Fishing Club, but they have a range, marksmanship range. And you hear people out there practicing every day. Oh, what am I missing? Nothing. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to change the background again. Oh, I didn't speak in person, but I spoke on a live stream to good old 50 Angela. Do I sound like Dennis the Menace? Good old Mr. Wilson. Hang on. What did you say, Holly? She doesn't want me singing. No, just give it up. Don't say. Yeah, but did you see the ones in Oregon, Joe? It's not like, oh, you were born in Oregon. Wow. Well, that would be cool if you get to go to 024. I certainly want to. Bob's Waterfall Adventures. There you go. I know Paula and Bree were going to get together at, I don't know if Bree was picking up Paula at the airport or something. Got the t-shirts. Silver Falls State Park. Pacific Northwest Waterfall Chaser's Dream. Well, maybe that's why Bree does it. Do you think? Plumbing problems. You know, I finally remembered what I want to purchase, and I don't know where to purchase it around here. Maybe I'll check at Home Depot Monday or Tuesday, but I think I'm going to need some of that, what they call forever tape. I'm going to be putting in some gizmos on the, well, I'm going to mount the spare tire for the truck on the roof. And then in front of that is where my aircraft landing light gets mounted. It's one of those that it definitely is a deer shining light. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to turn it on while I'm driving down the road. It would be a off-road light. Forever tape. We mean Elmo, you know. Oh, that's cool, Cookie. That's like me having influence with the first and the second and now the third. the M21, M22, and M23. Somewhere along the line, I seen my name, and then I seen, you know how they put administration behind it, or administer, or something like that. Kevin had. Well, then at one point, unless I dreamed it, I saw my name, and behind my name it said founder. I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, so what? It was my idea, but Kevin did it all. He picked up the ball and ran and blames me for everything. Hey, that's what I'm here for. I don't know, Jill. I am really batting it about. There is a possibility that Phoenix could be on my um, headlights. Papa Drew told me about a place in Texas that might be on my headlights or my list. Myrtle Beach still has a little bit going on for it. But now, since I talked to this gal, Angela, Thrifty Angela, and I also talked to, as I mentioned a little while ago, Dan. He's in North Carolina. I forget what the name of the city is, but he's right on the border between North Carolina and South Carolina. Now, I don't know how far away from there that Angela is, Thrifty Angela. Linda, could you put up a thing for Thrifty Angela's, what you call it? Yeah, Myrtle Beach is kind of on my list only because there's work opportunities in North Myrtle Beach. I've also told North Myrtle Beach is much nicer than South Myrtle Beach. Now, I did last year, I found a camping area. And it was only $400 for the winter months, for like each month, $400. I don't know if I have to pay that in advance. Some of them you do. Like some of them, you know, you're going to stay 3 months. Okay, give us $3,300 and there you go. And then some of them they want per month. You can stay more than 1 month, but they want, you know, a deposit. Almost like a cleaning deposit on an apartment. They want a deposit on the property that you're parking your RV on. And then some of these RV parks, I don't know about all of them, but some of them, they want to make sure that your RV is, you know, a 2005 or newer. They certainly wouldn't want some pirate's schoolie on their property. Okay, thank you, Joe. So I don't know. Then there's down by Carl. You know, I might want to go that far south. I want to be able to go without my shirt and no pants, my short shorts. I want to go where it's 70 or more, and humidity doesn't bother me. I realize Myrtle Beach actually, you know, it can get in the low 60s in the wintertime. I'm okay with that. I'm sleeping at night. Bring on the 75, 80 during the day. I'll be happy. But the whole idea is I want to be able to work for either GPM or ShipSmart or PepsiCo. And God knows what might come up between now and then as far as merchandising. There's certainly opportunities. And if I'm closer to where Dan is, I'll have a little more insight as to where I can go and make a few bucks. I don't have to make a lot of bucks. If I can get a campground for, let's say, $700 a month, and it's within, let's say, 20 miles, 25 miles one way of a work location where I could, you know, work So it'd be eight 8 hours a week. That's all I need. 8 hours a week, maybe a little more, but no more than 15. If I could work that much per week, that'd pay for my campsite. And then the money I make off my Social Security, pretty much free and clear. If I'm still hanging on to this cottage for the summer headquarters, which probably I will, well then I still got to pay taxes and I got to pay the stupid sewer bill every month. Won't have any electricity or gas to worry about if it's shut down. But we'll see. I mean, Holly's in the process of moving, so even if I left electricity on and the heat on minimal, just enough to keep it like 55 degrees in here, the electric bill wouldn't run more than $50 a month. But honestly, I just assume drain the pipes, put some antifreeze in the toilet, batten down the hatches, and when I leave, when I'm heading out the door and shutting the door behind me, the circuit breaker box is right here. Boom, off. Jill, I'm mostly doing merchandising, but I also do deep cleaning. I get bored if I go into a place and they, oh, yeah, could you mop the floor? Well, is it okay if I get down on my hands and knees and get in the corners before I mop? They look at me like I stepped off the moon. I can mop a standard convenience store in an hour if I'm not doing the extras. So a 4-hour shift can get pretty boring if all you're doing is mopping over and over. No, there's so much to do that people don't even think about. The first thing, there's the restroom, then there's the outside trash, the pumps, the parking lot, get the cigarette butt swept up, the customer's bathroom, you know what I mean? And then there's the mopping and the clean the glass and so, like I told a couple of different managers, well, there's really not that much to do. I said, did they hear me? I can find something. I'm sure they heard you. Blocks the last comment on the right. Uh-oh. The heart thing. Oh, I see. Michelle is here, I think. And Nancy Hawkins is here. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Linda, for putting up Thrifty's. Just in case somebody doesn't have Thrifty Angela, you need to follow that link and hook up to her. Jill is our world traveler. Southern Arizona. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a channel, I can't remember the name of them right now. They have a Facebook channel as well. And it's all about RV parks, places to stay. And Arizona was definitely listed. Blythe, California was listed. Anyways, anywhere from, I think the cheapest one they listed was $395 a month for winter rates. Can't remember where that was. And all the way up to like $900 a month. And then there was, everywhere in between. Yeah, the one where boondocking with Dennis stays all the time, was it Arkansas or Arcana? I don't know. It's Arkansas, Texas, real close, and it's Port Aransas or something. That sounds like, a reasonably place to stay. Papa Drew knows of a place where it's $10 a year. I wonder if he's pulling my leg. He says it's in Texas. But, I can do other work too, Joe. My background has always been maintenance. I can fix damn near anything. Construction, I don't carry my license anymore for uh, building houses. I don't have that anymore, and I don't have all of the newer certifications. But I'm a jack of all trades, so to speak. Don't forget the BLM, yeah. Yeah. Let's see, I gotta fix these lights. No. The other one, yeah. I'm fixing the lights. I went on the live stream so quick I didn't even think about the lights. Hardly. There. That looks reasonable. All right, Tina. Thank you. Yeah, text me or whatever. I haven't let the cat out of the bag. We'll let it be a secret. Why is my hat looking green now? I know my pirate's hat's not green. The green screen's green. Let me see. Maybe I better change the background. Let's see. I had another one that I really liked from the featured channel. And it's right where to go. There. That one's kind of I remember this video that the channel did. That's an interesting one. Well, all of them are interesting. Be surprised. We will. Aw, thank you, Jill. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got it figured out what Tina's talking about, what she got. So we're halfway there. Wasn't there a song? I'm guessing Holly will be about 20 minutes, yeah. So back to your question, Joe. I don't know where I'm going to land this winter for sure. It could be a surprise. I might land out your way. I might land Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. I want to stay close to where it's like 70 every day, at least. I don't want to be below 50 degrees, let's say. At night, fine. I know the desert can get pretty cold in the evenings. But I'm not thinking really about so much. I don't know. This past winter was an exception from what I understand from different people who stayed in Quartzsite area year after year after year. This past winter was a little cooler than normal. But what is normal? Now, I think it may be warmer this coming year, winter 2023-2024, because I heard the big boys talking about El Nino. So I might just as well stay here in Grand Rapids because it's going to be 70 degrees all winter long. Not, but it is supposed to be warmer. So if it's warmer here, I would like to assume that southern Indiana will be warmer and that Corpus Christi, Texas will be scorching. That would suit me just fine. I'm good with humidity. I'm good with hot. bring it on. But I want to be closer to water. Doesn't have to be drinkable water. The saltwater ocean is just fine to cool off in. Yeah, weather is crazy, but we've been told that all of our lives. Pat Robertson took that news to the grave with him recently. Doesn't mean it's not coming true. And all the people yelling, oh, climate change, it's our fault, it's our fault. I don't think it's our fault. I think the earth is going to change because it can, and it will. And yes, Mother Nature can be a bitch, but we love her anyways. Hey, what about the next 100 years? Let's stick around and find out. Now that I am an immortal, the Aloha Conch is here. Welcome aboard. And by the way, I'm going to be purchasing a conch shell in the near future, probably July or August. I plan on getting one. And I plan on bringing it with me to the meetups. I seen one of Rob and Jan's videos where Jan won a contest because she could blow a conch shell the longest. So I'm hoping Rob and Jan are coming this year to M24 or M23, and we're going to find out if her record will hold. I think she went a full 30 seconds, which I think is pretty damn good. I'm okay with wind. Sunburn and windburn, bring it on. I know it blows the dust. Well, you gotta have the good with the bad, or the bad with the good, whatever you want to say. As long as I can still breathe, I'm okay. Don't need to live in the middle of a dust storm per se. And there's ways to cut down on the amount of dust that you get in your rig. Keep your rig closed. Stay outside. Don't open the rig. Hey, I got underfloor storage, and keep food and a barbecue grill right there. And some water.
About 20 minutes.
Why do I need to go inside? Okay, Holly.
Holly by Golly.
Holly by Golly says 20 minutes and she'll be on. And I missed something. Who did I miss? Oh, JW's Aloha Conch. I'm JW too, but that's a different story. Keeps your rig rocking. Yeah, from all the dusting. Or it doesn't have to be dusty, and it doesn't have to be windy. Could be just certain company. Oh, okay, yeah. I want to say weather. You'll have to remind me. I'm sorry, Jill. What were we talking about now? Memory's not terribly gone yet. But I get sidetracked. I definitely get sidetracked. Did I mention I saw Jerry? Yeah, I did. I want to talk to him about another project, probably in July. I'd like to get that over with. But I want to, whatever it takes. I found some metal that would probably be very helpful, but I want to put the towing package, if you will, on the back of Synchronicity. so that I can tow the two-wheel dolly behind me, and that way I can put one of the vehicles, one of the trucks or a vehicle, preferably a vehicle that has a hitch, so that you got the vehicle on the dolly, get to the campsite where you're going to stay a while. Yes. Jill, you do it to me. You're pro at sidetracking me. You come around, I'm blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right, Cookie, we stand corrected. Yes, with a LY. Weatherly. Right. Right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, four-wheel drive is probably a good idea no matter where I go. So Serendipity 2.0 is probably the candidate. And I could put the camper on the ground in the backyard somewhere, or transfer it over to the other truck. But the idea is I have a truck with a hitch on the dolly. The dolly's hooked up to a hitch on the bus. Okay, several reasons. One is I can go out in the truck and I can pick up scrap, or I can chase groceries, or I can use the vehicle for multiple purposes. And I can also pull the two-wheel dolly with it, just in case I'm in an area where perhaps I find a vehicle. It doesn't have to run necessarily. But if it has very, very little rust, even if it doesn't run, certain vehicles can be in demand here in Michigan. So find something for the right price and bring it back up here and sell it. One way to make money. Now, if I have found something that like, oh my God, somebody wants this and they want it now, well, I either drive Serendipity 2.0 back with a vehicle on the dolly, or I leave Serendipity 2.0 at Jill's house and bring the bus up north with a vehicle on the back, and then deadhead back. Now, I have heard that people in Mississippi and Alabama, other places, they've got these nice looking vehicles that do not run. Why? They can't get parts. Well, here in the Rust Belt, we've got parts, engine parts, we got engines, we got everything up here. So it's kind of funny. The bodies go to shit up here on our vehicles because we're in the Rust Belt. But the parts that make the vehicles run, they're plentiful. And from what I understand, a little bit cheaper. I'm talking used parts. I'm not talking new parts. New parts are the same no matter where you go. But as far as junkyards are concerned, you can pretty much get whatever you need mechanical wise. Got it. J.W. Walker is correct. That's cool. Lynn the Okies here. Welcome aboard. I'm missing a lot of people. I haven't been saying hi to anybody. Because I've been just talking about my own thing. Still on the subject of where am I going to be in the winter. I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. An RV gate. RV gate. Relation to Bill? No. thinking. I know what that RV gate. Is that something for related to towing? Because I can go two ways on the back of the bus. I do have a tow bar that I can get installed. What I'm thinking, if Jerry's pretty doggone smart, I'm thinking I'll have two ways to go. I'll have a way to haul a dolly behind or anything that takes a standard hitch, a boat, something, another camper. The bus will haul anything. Might be scary going downhill. Volkswagen Jetta, parts are through the roof. And he's in New Jersey, so he's in the Rust Belt, so to speak. So maybe I can Don's especially good at finding parts. Can find stuff that William Brody needs. But then if his Jetta rusts out, then there's a problem. Unless we can find one down south. That is a strong name. Gate into the, oh, thank you, Joe. Will it take 40 plus feet? I'll come smooch dock with you. Ah, I see. William tows the Jetta. Carl says both of the names I was supposed to have were amazing. One sounds like a super villain. The other sounds like a mafia don, but I got stuck with mine. Didn't you say that your original name wouldn't fit on the birth certificate? You know, when they asked your mom what was going to be your name, and she says, I am so fucking sorry. And that wouldn't fit on the birth certificate? Was it you who told me that? Or was that? It was probably Mark. Mark Twait. Mafia Don. I love it. Awesome, Jill. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, Cookie. Maybe see you over at later tonight, maybe at Ron's. That's where I see quite a few of you later at night, seems like. But then Ron can fool us. He might be on at, 7 o'clock in the evening. Or he might be on at 2 o'clock in the morning. You never know. Yes, you can, William. You are allowed. I have the speakers. I have not purchased microphones yet. I got to make sure, double sure that the speakers I have, I got to figure out, is it RCA jack or is it the newer style, looks like a computer plug. Yeah, don't sneak out yet, Carl, unless you don't want to watch or listen to Holly. And I'll sing with you, William. It'll be epic. Okay, Cookie, that sounds great. I'm glad that some of your procedures are completed, but I'm hoping that the chemo or whatever it is that you were having to go through is having a good effect. Uh-oh, that's too far away, Carl. 2 turntables and a microphone. See, now you can come. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using a turntable. I still got some research to do. There's a good possibility it will be kind of old school in a way, CDs. But on the other hand, I have also seen moderately priced music, which includes a little more current music, although I'm not into most of the current music. don't quite get it. I've heard a few songs like, oh, that's kind of cool. But most of them, I'm like, huh? Why do you keep repeating MF all the time? There you go. Put on your shorts. Oh, now I need to be educated. I don't know who JW's father is. I have not been up on everything I should be. So fill me in. Who is JW's? Who's JW's dad? RV underway. Fantastic. I did know that they were coming. At first, I thought Kevin wanted to keep it as a surprise. I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Rick and Barbara. Yeah, and he definitely will be singing. In fact, I'll take a break and let him run the show. He can tell if James is there running the computer for the songs that are coming up. So what I'm looking for, of course, is a program that's got not only the music, just the music, but the lyrics ripped out. But then the lyrics have to be on the screen for the participant in karaoke to be able to read the words. Most people who participate in karaoke already know the music. And the music is the cue to when you sing, and you basically follow the bouncing ball. Well, that is good to know, JW. And I will put that in my brain because I can. Oh, man. I haven't seen Rick since Mayberry 2020. So we'll be going on, well, 3 years, anyways, since I've seen him. Right and sunny. Be streaking. Swami exciting. Old school 8-track vinyl, 33 and a third, 45s and 78s. Yeah, somewhere I have a turntable that's capable of that too. And I do have an 8-track that's in the amplifier. It's a Panasonic, I can't remember the actual model number, but I purchased it in 1969. In fact, it was in December of 1969. It's got the 8-track, no cassettes. I didn't have cassettes back then. I never did buy a reel-to-reel, but it was capable of adding that on if I wanted to. But yeah, AM, FM, and that's the part that I need to get repaired. The tuner, it's sketchy. When you try to tune in the station, it's like you get the scratchiness, but it doesn't lock on to your station. It's supposed to. But no, it doesn't lock on. You get the scratchiness and the bumping you can hear it coming through the speakers. Yeah. I think it's 25 watt per channel, if I remember right. A former DJs, William Brody. Well, maybe we'll do more or less a collaboration or something. We're definitely going to have fun no matter what equipment we use. So far, I've got 2 speakers. And they are, what do you call it, wireless. but they do have ports in the back for a microphone, and there's a charging port. I don't know, there's something else in the back. I haven't really looked at it. I did play around with it. I had the speaker on the back of the tailgate, and a young lady was walking down the street, and I said, "Could you help me?" And she came over and showed me how to pair my phone to the speaker. And so, okay, cool. So then I knew how to look up songs. So I went to Google and I typed in Autograph, and we blasted it out. Turn Up the Radio by Autograph. Oh, I love that song. That sounds cool, William. Okay, 5 minutes, Holly. Biomat, emergency response, and computer UI, UX, web program. Can't cook, but it can dance. Can't dance or sing. Okay. I love it, Carl. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Linda. Yeah. We have a station here that broadcasts in AM stereo still. And I'm like, no, that's all right. I'll listen to you on FM. Signal's stronger for one. Comes in clearer for two. And lightning can strike, and you can barely notice it on the FM band. But if you're on AM, man. But it can be nostalgic, especially here in Michigan. And this time of year, we get a storm. I can remember sitting in the garage when I was, 6, 7, 8 years old, sitting in the garage with my dad watching the weather. Our garage opened to the southwest. Where do most of the bad weather come from in the summertime in Michigan? From the southwest. So we'd be out there watching for funnel clouds, and then we'd get storms and rain, and the rain would come halfway in the garage. But it seemed like every time there was something like that going on when I was a kid, I have very fond memories of this. Wood Radio, that's the station. The call letters were WOOD. And yes, it's in Grand Rapids, and Grand Rapids was known as the Furniture City. And thus, the call letters wood was very appropriate. Well, somebody paid extra for that. But anyways, they would broadcast the Tigers game. And of course, back then, Ernie Harwell was young. And so we listened to Ernie Harwell broadcasting the Tigers baseball game. This is back in the days of, there were some famous Tigers players. Yeah, you can hear it. You're right. Aloha. Joe, there was a thing on there about swamp apes. I don't know where it was, in Indonesia. These guys are riding their trail bikes, and they came upon what could have been a swamp ape, and then one guy wiped out. When the other two riders checked him out and he was okay, then they took off and chased this creature, what they thought maybe was a creature, but they had a camera on their handlebars, and the creature took off into the brush and was gone. But they think this was on, what's that History Channel? It's a show. The Truth is Out There, I think is what it's called. Anyways, they prove or disprove, UFO sightings and Bigfoot things and you name it. That's pretty interesting. They think that it might have been a tribe that stays away from humanity, if you will. I mean, the rest of humanity. They don't want to be associated with anybody in the civilized world, if you will. I think Manti or something like that. I love to see lightning. Fortunately, I've never been struck with it. Damn close. It depends on what I'm, when is my instant karma? Boom. All right, let's see. Holly should be on here any second. Let's put some more waterfalls up. I hear her coming. There we go. Five more minutes, she says. I see Carl running. Jill, you can learn a lot more about Carl by watching his morning report. He does a daily podcast every morning. You talk about an educated and experienced person. Yeah. Go Galt? Really? I didn't know that. Okay, now I get the humor there. I do. I very much do. So does this channel. It's like, where did that character come from? Let's do an interview. If you want to repeat, you can watch or listen to Coast to Coast Overnight with George Norrie. And then you'll figure this out. No. I don't know. You never know with Carl. It could be about swamp apes or it could be about crocodiles. Could be about the price of tea in China. You just don't know what Carl's going to be talking about in the morning. And I know he has a little devotional thing every morning as well. And I can't remember what it's actually called. Kiso, yeah. Kiso's on every morning too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's Linda post Carl's link. Carl could post it. He is a moderator. He could post his own link. Yeah, I don't know. I pushed some wrong button. I just thought of something that I can take care of while Holly is on. There we go. Thank you, Carl. Kyle's here. Oh, excuse me. For those who don't know, Kyle is bringing the Power Quest big boat for shore to Hiawatha National Forest. We'll be using that. Hopefully, we're targeting the 25th. That's a Sunday. We're targeting the 25th. That's National Seafarers Day. We're going to take out Kyle's big boat because it's a lot safer than being on kayaks. And on Lake Superior, and then we'll see the pictured rocks from Lake Superior side, and we just got to somehow get Carl up here, have him fly up so he can be the tour guide. Like I said, we're all trying to save $50 by having Kyle spend $400 to bring his boat up. We definitely should pay Kyle $50 or more each. We'll see what happens. I think we can feed him. Yeah. It'll be an epic adventure. That's myself and Land Cloud Adventures. I don't know if the Fluffies will get to go out on the water or not. Kobe Lorendo from Living the Dream. He's been very helpful with getting this kind of put in place because he's from the UP. He's a teacher at MIT. I didn't say Massachusetts. I said MIT. It's Michigan. All right. Okay, so Kyle. So that's 4L, and hopefully, depending on how her health is going, hopefully Tina, the outsider, will be there too. All right, Holly is on her way, so I'm going to step aside. Please give a warm welcome to Holly by Golly with the weekly Laugh Report. I can't seem to do this. Try to hold it up there. Ow. Ow. There. Oh. 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 There. There. Oh. Oh. Cool. Oh. Oh. Hooey. Oh, let me get situated a minute, folks. Oh. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh. Excuse me. That felt good. Howdy, folks. This is Holly by Golly with your weekly Laugh Report. Hi, Jill. Hi, William Brody. Hi, Carl H. Hi, Linda Barker. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. I slept most of the day today. I was feeling like crap. Oh, boy. My voice is way behind on here. There we go. There, now I'm more back on time, I think. Come on, get on real time. I can't stand this. There. Am I on real time now? Hey, Ringo and Czar. Good evening to you, too. Get ready to giggle. Okay. All right. You know, the states, they tend to knock down other states and that, right? Well, I've got some with Oklahoma and Nevada.
where, okay, Oklahoma is saying, what do you call it? A car that runs in Oklahoma and Nevada. What do you say? Stop, car thief. Okay. And then in Oklahoma or in Nevada, they're saying that people in Oklahoma, they can't figure out how to get 2 quarts of water into the Kool-Aid packet. All right. Jill says hi, Ringo and Czar. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, get ready to giggle. Okay. How come I only got 9 people tonight? Am I running that late? Hey, Carl H. We're Herbert with the Wi-Fi. Thank you for having us on your thing tonight. Anyway, there's this new restaurant that came out, right? But they may have to close up because they were discovered using mouse meat. Well, the mouse meat wasn't so bad, except the hamburger kept eating the cheese before the customer could get it. Okay. Do you know that phrase? Do the trees make any noise in the woods? Well, come to find out, they have had a recording of it, and they've got it on tape. It states that the trees do in fact speak to each other. It's got it on. It's recorded that they say, "Run! Here comes another dog." Yes, they do, right, Jill? I've got them all mixed. I've been so busy between being sick and packing up and moving stuff over to my apartment that I haven't had time to write these out. I've just wrote down my ideas, and that's as far as I got. So I'm kind of throwing these together. It's been 2 weeks. So, yeah, the trees can't run, but they can try. Oh, excuse me. That felt good. Oh, excuse me. That felt better. Okay, they have some new propositions out. Proposition 82. It's called the lazy husband. Now, they are trying to get it to where they can legalize that you can declare your husband dead if he doesn't move off the couch for an entire weekend. Well, come to find out, it passed by 97%. Okay, we have another one, is Proposition 86, proclaiming that time change should be halted, and happy hour should be run 24 hours a day. That's you, huh, Brody? William Brody. Okay, now we have another one for Proposition 43. It has to do with roadside carcasses. It states that a roadside carcass can apply for jobs with the phone company. Yep. So happy you're single, huh, you? I believe that. Me too. Okay. My Uncle Jerry and my Aunt Jewel had their 40, were coming up on their 40th anniversary. So they decided they would go to the same room that they had when they were married for their honeymoon. And when they get in the room, the wife says, "Do you remember?" Aunt Jewel says, "Do you remember the first thing you did when we got in our room?" And he says, "Yes." She goes, "Kiss on the forehead." So he kissed her on the forehead. Then, "You remember the second thing you did when we got in the room?" He said, "Yes, I do." And he held her hand, and that's what they did. And do you remember the third thing we did? And he says, "Yes, I bit you on your neck." And he said, or she goes, "You bit me on the neck?" And he goes, "Yeah, wait a minute, I gotta go get my teeth." Sounds romantic, huh? I don't know, William Brody, if it pays taxes or not. I guess they'd have to. About time they paid for the keep, right? Okay. There's this mom and her little boy that goes into the pet shop, right? Well, anyway, they want to return this turtle that they had bought a couple weeks prior. And they go up to the owner of the pet shop, and he says, "Oh my, in the 37 years I've ran this, I've never seen a turtle with blisters on his feet." And he recognized him to purchase that there. So they gave him another turtle. And then the little boy says, "Oh boy, look, Mom. Boom, boom, boom. I got another turtle truck." Okay. My Aunt Esther, she was, she led people into movies and all that, and and everything like that. And she was a monitor of it. And then she goes in there in the movie theater, and sees this guy sprawled around over 3 chairs. And she goes, "Where? You can't act like that. Where did you come from?" And he points up the balcony. There's this highway patrolman, and he sees this dot in his rearview mirror. And then all of a sudden, this dot passes him, and it's going faster than he is. All of a sudden, it goes to turn off, and he sees this guy huffing and a puffing. Oh, 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 oh. And he pulls over and says, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "Do you know what it's like to have a blowout in your sneakers at 80 miles an hour?" Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, folks. Oh, still not over it. Anyway, what's a comedian's favorite candy bar? Why, Snickers, of course. Okay, there's another proposition. Proposition X. They want to make it illegal to open a salad bar in the crosswalk in California on Rodeo Drive. That is passed by 100%. Payday. No. Well, that would be handy, but I don't get paid. I'm just in it for the Snickers. That's how Jack pays me. He gets me a Snickers bar every now and again. All right. Now with air flight tickets going up so high, I mean, this couple, they wanted to go to Florida, right? So they went to the carnival and went to the human cannonball, to ask him if he could shoot them down to Florida. And he did so. Thank you, William Brody. Okay. Now, in the Miss America pageant, I'm giving you only a couple examples, but in the Miss America pageant, um these the the pageant members, the beauty queens, they had to dress up as something that described their state. They had to be in costume. So here's just a couple examples. Miss Michigan, she came as an unemployment check, and Miss Virginia, she was a roach clip. That's just a couple examples. All right. Now this guy, his wife, she goes out and she buys a monkey. The monkey is following her hubby all over the place, right? And does whatever the hubby does. So one day he's shaving and he lathers up his face. So the monkey lathers up his face. And then he goes to shave down one side and the monkey shaves down one side. Then he went to shave down the other side and the monkey decided to shave down the other side. Then he went like this across his throat. And then the monkey hands him back the razor. The monkey was too smart for him, I guess. Yeah, thank you, William Brody. I know I'm a weirdo. That's all right, aren't we all? All right, now I've got some phrases that you can use. Like for those know-it-alls, you say to them, hey, when they were handing out brains, I heard you were first in line. And you held the door for everyone else. For the snotty ones, you could say, hey, I heard your parents had 3 children, one of each. And for the fat ones, you could say, hey, I heard you went to the carnival in a white bikini. And people pointed and said, look, there's Moby Dick. Or you could say, when you were born, the doctor turned you over and said, oh, look, twins. Now I'm down to 7 people. Nobody likes me anymore. Oh, my. There's heavy smog out in California, like in LA, and there's 3 stages. First one is your eyes burn and you wheeze. And the second one, you cough and they have smog alerts. The third one is they give you a toe tag. But, smog was real weird one year. It was so weird and bad that the Marlboro man's horse died. All right, now my dad owned a meat market, and he sold meat and everything like that. And my brother decided he'd entrepreneur on that. Oh, I got a pop up here. Thought we were over them. Anyway, my brother put a sign on my sister, $5 a pound. Why do men pass gas more than women? Because women don't stop talking long enough to build up the gas needed to expel gas. Alrighty. Okay. You know how they have massage parlors and all that all over the place? Well, out in California, there's this really, really mean group of people, right? So what they decided to do one night was they went to every massage parlor in town and they were shooting them all the masseuses with Novocaine. Jetpack battery is too low to charge an external device. Jack!
What?
Said jetpack's battery's too low to do an external device.
That's all right. It says it all the time.
Okay, I won't touch it. Alrighty, guys. Well, my Uncle Thomas, he ran across this guy, and he's laying down to the ground, right? Got his ear down the ground. And my Uncle Thomas asked him, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm listening." He goes, "Shh, shh, shh, be quiet, be quiet." So, and then my Uncle Thomas, he puts his ear down the ground and he says, "I don't hear anything." And he goes, "I know. It's been like that all day."
What? That was not the right cable. How did that happen?
Uh-oh. I think I got him confused with mine. Hang on. Let me get finished here.
All right. You're all right.
Put that cord back over there.
I think I know what you did.
Yeah, I switched cables on you.
I need the one that you put.
Probably won't fit on my phone, will it?
This one will fit on your phone.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got it.
I had it. It's the one that don't work. Oh, all right. They busted some mob people because they were in the window replacement business. They had 63% of all of the window replacement business in New York. Well, so they busted them then before they was able to get into screen doors. I know. There's this. Oh, I'm thirsty again, folks. Hang on. I got this all twisted up. There. Now I got it straight. There we go. Much better. Excuse me. That felt good. Boy, this progression isn't very good on here today, is it? I'm like way My mouth and movements are way behind my speech. I don't like it like that. Anyway, there's this weary gypsy traveler, and it's rain pouring down out late at night, and he knocks on the door, and a man answers. Hey, I was wondering if I could stay in your barn, he says. Oh, excuse me? That felt good. He goes, if I could just stay the night in your barn. And the man says, oh, no, no, no. You come stay in the house. Come on in here. I will work for it. I will do anything. If I may stay one night in your barn. Oh, no. You're sleeping in here. Lord wishes us to help thy neighbors. So he does. And the next morning, the traveler says, he's an animal whisperer, and asks if he can work for his night's rest. And the farmer said, no, no, no. He said, well, I'll go talk to your animals and I'll be right back. And he goes, and the farmer said, boy, he's off his rocker talking to his wife. He's an animal talker. Yeah, right. About 20 minutes later, the gypsy comes back in and said, I spoke to the animals, and your horse says you've changed his bit recently to a triangle one from a rounded one, and he don't like it. He can't pull as much weight. Oh, you're right. I did switch it. So I'll change it back. Okay. And your cow said that you have turned your milking machines up to 32 instead of at 28, and it hurts them. Oh, I'll turn them right back. I'll turn them right back down. And your sheep, oh, don't believe a thing they say. They're liars anyway. They're just a bunch of liars. Boy. Uh-oh. What did I do? There, I fixed it. All right. There. Oh, there's this man. He goes to the psychiatrist. And he says, hey, doc, I think I'm a dog. And he says, well, how long have you felt this way? And he goes, ever since I was a puppy. Thank you. Thank you, William Brody. They have ways you're supposed to conserve water, right? So here's a couple normal ways, that you can conserve water. And here you can share a shower. You can brush your teeth in a shower. Well, I've thought of some other ways that might help. Okay. You can take a shower while washing your car. Oh, excuse me. You can wash your veggies in the shower. Or you can put a brick in your bladder. Well, folks, that about does it. So, I guess I'll have to turn it back over to Captain Jack Scrapper. And anyway, oh boy, my hair's all mucked up today. Excuse me. That felt good. This is Holly by Golly with your weekly laugh report. Signing off. Peace out. You're welcome, Georgianne Rose. I didn't even see you in that. Hi, baby. Oh, thank you, William Brody. I love you guys. I will see you next week, maybe at my house. I don't know. I got a lot of work to do to get to my desk to be able to put up the computer. Anyway, I love you, folks. Yeah, I'm drinking beer, Linda. I had to get my burps out, you know. Love you guys. Bye.
There you go, hon. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking to?
I'm talking to Don, Holly. So anyways, I gotta go back. Holly's off the line. So hopefully see you in the morning. No, Tina. All right. Talk to you later. All right, bye.
You said that you don't put down?
No, I was busy on the phone. Oh. Just a minute. What, Holly? Huh?
We're eating dinner at the table.
Tina's coming.
Not tonight.
Yes, she is.
I don't care. We're gonna eat dinner at the table.
Whatever. I've got other stuff I got to do. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Gosh, everything happens at once. Anyway, I did not get a chance to even hear what any of her jokes or nothing. I did hear the one about a comedian's favorite candy bar. I heard that one. That was cute. I owned a ice cream shop, hamburger stand, if you will, back in the day, back in the 90s. And we made flurries, as they were called. They were glorified shakes. So you could get